The Junkyard Rat Show. I'm Junkyard Rat. Yeah, I was walking on my way here from Barbary Coast and I saw some guy passing the street holding money. He was straight up just passed out on the street, had some money in his hand still. And I'm like, that's just crazy. Like, you're going to pass out holding money? Like, I see people passed out on the streets, but you're holding money. Like, are you waiting for your dealer to walk by and just, and then I saw something with a baggie with a bunch of white stuff on the ground. I was like, this is crazy. Like, it's crazy walking through that area. Some woman had like a baby.
What is that area? Is it San Francisco?
It's San Francisco. It's right by here. Yeah, it's
but it's almost everywhere. So I saw a guy that was passed out. I'll get the camera on me for a second. Yeah. But I saw a guy passed out. He was sitting like, what do you want to call it? Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
In a doorway. And he was holding the bottom of a hamburger bun. So it was the bottom of a hamburger bun, the hamburger patty.
Yeah.
And he was like, had his ketchup or mustard, but he was frozen like one of those guys down at the pier.
Yeah.
Like one of those guys they spray paint silver or gold to do the robot.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy was frozen and he was like in mid pour of whatever packet of sauce was on it, and he was passed out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's some art.
It's crazy. I saw one car with a bunch of flat tires. Some woman with a baby carriage trying to sell me weed. She had a baby trying to sell me weed. Like, weed is
the funny
so
thing
hard
is
to
the
get.
baby probably had better weed than the mom.
Yeah, I mean, like, weed is not hard to get. Who's selling weed these days,
Well, and so literally in San Francisco, they have like literally pop up little guys with their tents, right? And they literally have tents, or they have a little, I've seen it even to where they just have a TV tray, like you eat your dinner at home in front of the couch.
Yeah.
And they have the TV tray and they've got the jars of pot out. And it's like, even if cops come by, they don't confiscate it. They just say, hey, do you have a license for that? Okay, you need to move along.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. But there's so many people that actually do it. And now I notice that they're starting to open up some of the newsstands.
Yeah.
And the newsstands are not got newspapers in it. They got everybody doing whatever they need to do.
I mean, I'm down with small businesses selling stuff.
Right.
I was in the mall because I got off at Pal Bar, and some guy in the corner of the mall was like smoking crack or something. And the security's just looking at him like, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
It's
time to go.
He's got a pipe made out of aluminum foil. Like, I mean,
it's time to go.
It's time. He's just staring him down. There's a lot more police, and I keep wondering if it's because of the January 1st thing that happened in New Orleans. There's a lot more police, and there's police that actually go around looking for people doing drugs and passed out.
Well, San Francisco has gone through multiple crackdowns, if you want to say that, use that word, use that term. And the latest one you were talking about is they're really getting big on people getting onto public transportation free.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so what I've also noticed in the last couple of weeks is they've really cleared out our corner, which is 7th and Market, but then they all moved down a block or two, which is normal.
Yeah.
But then now, I noticed they even moved those people out. And so I don't know if they're displacing them, getting them services, I hope they're getting them services, but they also might be cleaning up because tomorrow is the new mayor's inauguration
Oh yeah,
at
the
at
Levi's
the
dude. Yeah.
right at City Hall,
Oh
and
yeah.
so they already have that all cordoned off. There's no parking at City Hall right now. There's only one strip out of like 5 strips of places where you can park,
Oh yeah.
and everything else is cordoned off. They have a stage area. They have it ready for music. They've been pumping like Steely Dan music.
Oh yeah. Where's? Oh, in City Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, literally. So if you're in San Francisco tomorrow, it's going to be jam packed.
Mm-hmm.
So watch it, and if you get a chance, take public transportation. So
What's gonna happen to the old mayor's alchemy? The alchemy people.
the Urban Alchemy, well, those guys are funded, and so they're funded through, I believe, the mayor's initiative. And
Yeah.
even though that was London Breed, there's still money in it.
Oh okay.
And so I don't think those guys are going away anytime soon. Plus, those guys do a lot of good. They've had some bad press, but quite honestly, considering what they do versus what bad press they've gotten,
I like the fact that they hire these people. You know what I mean?
right?
San Francisco needs more people. You know, I'm glad they're hiring them. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for some people to get jobs. You know,
Right.
so I'm glad they're being hired. But yeah, I was wondering if they basically like what's gonna happen to them now that London's not in office. But it's all. I had a problem. I went to a clean comedy show and I lasted 10 seconds. I said the word. I said Diddy, and they took off my mic. They're like,
What? So it was a clean comedy show, but you said Diddy.
I just said Diddy, and that was it. That was enough. Diddy.
Well, that was like the preemptive strike because they knew anything that was coming after Diddy
Yeah.
wasn't going to be clean, right?
Diddy is so dirty that you can't even mention his name on a clean comedy show. They will shut you down. All I said was Diddy. You know,
And they shut your
they
mic
shut
down.
they shut me down.
How far into your set did you get?
Oh no, I just made that up.
Oh, you're killing me.
I'm sorry.
You're killing
I
me.
mean, is there any clean? I mean, no, but
Is there any clean comedies? Absolutely.
I know, but I'm not.
But you're just saying that you could be canceled for saying Diddy nowadays, almost.
No, I was just thinking about that. Like, Diddy's so dirty, you can't even mention his name on a clean comedy show.
Well, I'm thinking that you could probably still do a semi-clean joke about
Yeah.
Diddy, but it's gonna put references of his accusations into your head. So even though you can keep the words clean,
Yeah.
if the only way you're going to get the joke is if you know exactly kind of what's going on with Diddy, sex trafficking and all that other stuff, and
Yeah.
abuse and all the other things, and so all the other allegations.
Our girl won another award on Sunday night.
Our girl.
Our girl, our wrestler,
Trump won another. No,
Ali
wait, the wrong-
Wong won another award.
Oh, Ali Wong, yeah.
You know, she's halfway to an EGOT. She's got a Grammy and an Emmy. She won a Golden Globe for Best Stand-Up Comedy Special. I didn't even know they give out Golden Globes for that. But
Oh, yeah.
she thanked that redhead from the Punchline. That redhead.
Oh, you mean Molly?
She thanked Molly. Yeah, she thanked Molly and her best friend. Like, what about thanking me? Damn it! What about thanking me?
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really cool when someone thanks someone like that. It was like, didn't we watch the hot takes thing where she talks about and Tony
yeah.
Sparks and stuff? That's cool.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, if you make it big, you should never forget where you came from.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying you need to go back and hire people, although that would be fucking nice, but you should definitely not forget where you came from, and you should give shout outs where they're due.
I was looking at a list of her awards that she's won, and she was actually nominated for an NAACP award. I'm like, that's big time. When you get nominated for an NAACP award, like that's when you know you made
So
it.
what was the piece of work that she got nominated
I
for?
don't know, but I was like, I was looking. She's like won a bunch of stuff. Like I didn't realize there were that many award shows. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, there used to only be the handful of big ones, right?
yeah,
And
she
now
has.
there's everything from everything.
Yeah, I guess she sold out 8 nights at the Masonic.
Really?
I guess she has the record and stuff. I think Chappelle only.
Well, because this is her demographic. This is her
Yeah,
home stomping ground. So I hope that people come out and sell out shows here
yeah.
for her.
I mean, I'm excited. I wish more Bay Area people were like
She was at
killing.
Comedy Day last year.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So she doesn't forget where she's from.
she can't. You can't afford her this year. And
Can't afford her.
she can't afford her this year. People don't get paid for comedy. Doesn't
No, it's a free comedy concert, and so they do not. And I say they
Yeah.
because it's not we. They do not pay people because really it's comedy for the people by the people, and so literally they're doing it as a service to bring laughter to the masses here in San Francisco. And so I would hope that nobody, if somebody goes up to you and goes, hey, I want to book you for Comedy Day, I guess in this case it would be Debbie Durst. So I hope that Debbie Durst doesn't go to somebody and go, hey, I want to book you for Comedy Day. And if they know what the event is, they shouldn't be going, oh, cool. How much time and how much money?
Yeah.
Because time is usually always the same. It's like 5 minutes, unless you're Robin Williams and
Oh yeah.
or somebody so huge. So it's 5 minutes and you don't get paid.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would hope that people know that when they go into it. So
That's crazy. Wasn't there a local SF comedian who died like yesterday or
really?
I forgot his name. He was in his 50s or something.
Really? I wonder who that was.
Margaret Cho was talking about him. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah, I was watching the Golden Globes and I saw that the Timothy Chalamet, what is Chalamet?
Chalamet, yeah.
I mean, I thought he was gonna sweep the award season this year. He's playing Bob Dylan, and I realized why he lost. It's because he's dating one of the Kardashians. You know, he's dating Kylie, and I realized like that's the worst family to be involved in if you're trying to win awards. The Hollywood people don't like the Kardashians. He needs to dump her. If he gets nominated for an Oscar, he's got to dump her, you know. I was surprised it was Kylie because I thought Kylie was with Travis still. And in fact, Travis was on last night. He was at the WWE event Raw. I guess he's doing the music for Raw, and there were no Kardashians in the audience for that. So the Kardashians really don't like, you know, as long if you're banging one of them, they'll show up to events. But the Golden Globes, only one Kardashian showed up. But I could see the look on his face. He thought he was gonna win, and I'm like, nah, dude, you're not gonna win shit. You're dating a Kardashian. Don't you know? Don't you know these Hollywood people don't like Kardashians? It's even worse. And the award show is kind of. I mean, the host was really funny, but I mean half of the movies don't even make it to like the big screen anymore. They're on Netflix.
Right.
And it's like I go to the movies, you know, why can't we have these movies in the movies, you know? I don't want to see Netflix movies win shit. You know, put them in the TV category. Like if you're not in the rule is you got to be in the big screen in New York or LA for a week to be nominated. And some French movie with a kept winning awards, and you could tell the director didn't even know English, and he was talking bad about our politics in French, but nobody mentioned that guy's name, our president, our future president. But yeah, it was like I'm tired of these award shows. I go to the movies. Why can't we have these movies? You know, but Timothy's got to dump Kylie, dude. You're not going to win an Oscar. You're not going to get vote. People are going to vote you down just because of that family. It's sad. It's really upsetting for me, you know. And it's weird, like, how you go from Travis Scott to Timothy. I like
Timothy Chalamet or whatever.
It's like, it makes no sense, you know. She's dating rappers. Now she's with Timothy. And I'm like, I hope this is not like one of those arranged relationships. Like, it's award season. I'm gonna rent a Kardashian for award season. I hope this is a real relationship because most of it's like, and then the fact that she was the only Kardashian there just said that these Kardashians aren't really loved by the community that much. They're not loved. They're not loved by these people. But Nikki Glaser did a great job. It was funny. She could have been funnier, but there were issues she couldn't touch. But Nikki Glaser is really funny. She's a good host.
Right.
I had no idea she's the first woman to solo host the Golden Globes. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, there's women who hosted the Oscars by themselves. Why can't I know Amy Poehler and Tina Fey hosted a bunch of times, but they were duos, so we can't count them. There were two of them, but yeah, it's just the award shows are, like nobody sees these movies. I don't know where they're from.
Oh, and to go backwards. I don't know who the comedian was. I see a picture of him. He looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
And his name's Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
But I don't know who Jim was, and apparently he was a good comedian according to some of the posts.
Yeah, I guess.
But I so much that I don't know who it is.
It must have been way before our time and stuff.
It must have been, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that sucks.
It's sad. It's comedians. It's like it's a hard life and stuff. Getting booked, podcast. It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy, but it's been a fun time. It's been fun out here.
Oh, apparently his name might have been Jim Short.
Jim Short, that's his name. Jim Short.
Okay.
Jim Short.
Took a while.
Yeah, Jim Short. I thought maybe you knew him.
No, I think I should know him, but
yeah,
I don't know.
it's crazy. Well, too bad, Jim. I wish we had known you and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Do you think Ollie Wong's gonna end up? Well, can she sing? You gotta be. No, you don't have to sing to win a Tony though. What are the odds? Let's put it up. Let's put it up to the voter. Let's have a vote. How many of you think Ollie Wong's gonna end up with an EGOT?
There you go. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what you guys are thinking.
How many of you think that she needs an Oscar? She needs an Oscar and a Tony.
Right.
So I don't know if she's gonna. The Oscar one might be hard. Tony one, I don't know. Do they give out best comedy special or you gotta be on the New York stage? But who never knows? I never thought she was gonna end up halfway through. I didn't even realize she had I looked it up, but I thought it was weird because the Golden Globes is not part of the EGOT. It's only 4 awards and stuff. Yeah, it's only 4. I'm like, why not 5? But I mean, she got nominated for a double NAACP, so she's doing something right. Cause I don't know. I mean, that's recognition, dude. That's recognition and stuff.
So apparently he was major, man. Here's him, Greg Proops at the Purple Onion.
Oh, yeah, the Purple Onion. Hell yeah.
Here's one that looks like at Comedy Day back in the day with Ngaio and stuff like that. And then here's him with Mitch Hedberg and stuff like that. So there's some ones in there. There's him and Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Mitch Hedberg is pretty big.
Yeah, here's him and Bobcat, him and Robin.
Oh,
Holy
Bobcat.
smokes. Judah Freelander, I think his name is, right?
Oh yeah, Judah Freelander, yeah.
Him in the Punchline Green Room. So yeah, apparently I need to go look at this guy's stand-up comedy because apparently he ruled the clubs, him and Attell. Apparently he ruled the clubs in San Francisco. They would always make him the closer because nobody could follow him.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of cool.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you got a real ID or?
Do I have a real ID? No, I do not.
Because a real ID, you got to have a real ID to travel. And the date they chose is my birthday in 2025, May 7th. I don't got a real ID either and stuff. I gotta go get it, but I got a passport. But you got your phone and all your wallet stuff in the same thing. What if
Yeah.
you lose it? You lose it all.
No, I also have my wallet has a
Oh
magnet.
yeah.
And if I lose shit, I still have my watch that has most of my stuff in it.
Are you gonna get a real ID? Are you plan? You don't even travel that much, do you? I mean,
Um, no, I don't. I don't travel abroad that often. I drive a little bit,
oh
but
yeah.
yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's what happens.
I got it. The thing is, I got like my passport has got my real name, and my ID's got my Americanized name. So I'm Chris in my ID, and I'm Christian in my passport.
Christian.
I hope that's not a problem because my last name is so rare that. But yeah, I got Cristian Alejandro Skibacasa Vanzon in my passport, and I'm Chris Alex Skibacasa in my ID. I Americanized it.
Right.
I'm kind of I feel shame though. I feel shame for Americanizing it. I want to apologize to everybody. It's not my fault. My teachers let me do it.
Right.
My teacher was okay with it. They should have fought me. They're like, nah, you got to keep your real name. Actually, I used to have Chris with no H. I added the H later on. That's how far I went, you know? It used to be CRIS, but I added the H because I wanted to Americanize myself. But and now I feel shame. I feel shame. But now I got Junkyard Rat.
Now you got the Junkyard Rat show, so everything's good.
I know. Now I feel real shame and stuff.
So what happened with the moron last week?
I don't know.
Did he ever get back to you? I saw that
Nah.
he responded to something in post. He loves you.
I don't know. I mean, we got open phone line. Why? Some of you got.
Oh, okay. So by the way, do we have any viewers? We
Do we-
do. We have viewers.
Oh.
If you guys are watching, call the phone line now. Here you
Yeah.
go. Let me give you that phone line.
The studio hotline is open 650-503-3435. The studio hotline is open 650-503-3435.
All right, we're back. So that's the phone line. If you guys want to call in, call in. That's it.
Bart screwed me over, man.
I figure we're not talking about Simpson. We're talking about
The Bart. Yeah, because I got the disabled clipper card, and last time when it expired, they sent me one automatically. But
now you have to go down to the center and take another picture and shit.
yeah, now you gotta go and apply. I didn't realize it, and they're like, it expired on the 31st, and I didn't realize I had to apply. I wasn't looking for the mail every day, and now I applied for another one, and they told me this one's permanent, but they're like it's gonna take like 21 business days, and now I can't even get a paper ticket. Before you could get like a disabled paper ticket, but now I'm paying full price. I'm paying regular. And
Right.
The reason is because they've been checking lately on BART. They once in a while they come in and check everybody's pass. So I don't have the balls to sneak on anymore. I would have done it, but now it's harder to sneak on, because they built these elevators outside, right? So you could get on the elevator, but now they got these doors. They're checking everybody. And where I live is like a really hard BART station to sneak on and off. But so I'm paying full price, which is not even that much. Now I realize that like I'm not even saving that much having the disabled pass. And the thing that really pisses me off is that why couldn't they just let my card work for another month, while I get my new one? And they cut it off, and I actually had money on it still. I had like $5 on it, and it's like I'm really upset over it. And now I'm paying full price. And now I'm realizing I'm not even saving that much, but it's like, why I gotta pay full price, I'm disabled, motherfuckers. Can they just give me, I almost asked my mom if I could borrow her senior card, but I'm like, they've been checking, and they're not even checking now. For some reason, all these transit agencies always check on the holidays because they think there's got to be more people coming to San Francisco. That's when we can catch them. And if it's not a holiday, they don't even bother to check anymore and stuff, you know? But I was afraid I was going to like borrow my mom's pass because she's a senior. And I was like, I just got to pay full price. And now I'm figuring out it's not even that much of a deal anymore. And they raise the rates again. It's like, I get it, you know, BART's expensive, you know, and like people sneak on anyway. They still sneak on and stuff. And it's you know, it's some stations are way easier to sneak on than others, you know. Some of them are just crazy hard. And it's like, I'm not going to try and sneak on anymore. I used to do that. I was one of those bad people that would sneak on BART. But I realized it's not, I can't, because the tickets are like 300 and stuff, you know. So I actually got a ticket a couple months ago. I think they were doing a sweep on Muni. I got a Muni ticket for and it's like they never check. But like I said, when the holidays come, holidays are always like big giveaways. They're gonna check people because they think there's more people riding. It's easier to catch them, you know. But I don't know, man. Shouldn't disabled people be able to ride BART for free? We're fucking disabled, you know. Why couldn't we ride BART for free and stuff, you know? What the hell? There's people who ride BART for free all the time because, you know, I always sit in the back. I'm with the bad people. Like, I always sit in the back. You know, there's not many people in the back. But you always catch people doing drugs on BART and stuff. And the only thing they can really catch people on is smoking weed. Because, you know, the other shit doesn't linger for a while. Like, it just goes away and stuff. And it's crazy. Some BART stations are like, some people don't feel safe on BART. I never had any problems on BART, but I'm a man. If I'm a woman, it probably would be different, you know. Sometimes I think I'm in the wrong area. Maybe I should sit in the middle, you know. I feel lonely, you know. I could sit in the middle, but I always sit in the back. Yes, I went to Barbary Coast. They got coffee in the morning, which is really cool. My favorite. It's always weird because I always ask, like, I buy like a joint. I'm like, I want to get the $6 joint, and they're like, it's gonna be $10 after taxes.
Oh, jeez. You
like,
know, that's just killing me, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm okay with the taxes, but it's like, why don't they just add the taxes to the price?
well, and I think they go overboard on the taxes because they want to make sure that, because actually the federal government is not collecting money for cannabis.
Oh, really? But
Right.
the state and the city.
No, they can't.
They can't either.
And so what they're doing, all these clubs since day one have been putting all their tax money aside. So when the government finally goes, you know, that pot you've been selling for the last 10 years,
Yeah.
you owe taxes and it's due in cash now. And so, yeah, a lot of these clubs carry cash or have a big old stockpile of cash somewhere to pay their taxes.
Yeah, because
Or they pay their taxes. A lot of them are paying their taxes, and because the government, the IRS, will tell you that if you read your tax form, did you realize that they want you to claim everything, and I mean everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you stole something, they want you to claim that you stole it.
Yeah.
If you are a drug dealer and you've made money from drug sales, they want you to claim the money you sold.
Yeah.
If you currently have inventory of the drug, you have to estimate how much it's basically a profit and loss.
Yeah.
For even if you're doing illegal stuff, the IRS goes, I don't care if you're doing illegal stuff. You still got to pay your taxes on illegal stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how they got Capone. They got Capone for tax evasion.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't get him for being a mobster.
No.
They got him for not paying his fair share.
I try
And so
to
that's
use
what
a
cannabis
gift
clubs
card.
are doing.
I try to use a gift card. You can't use gift cards at dispensaries.
Oh, I bet.
I try to use a gift card. It's money.
Oh, you mean like an Apple gift card or a Google or
Yeah, it was
something?
like I think it was
Like or a Visa?
it was a Visa. Yeah.
Yeah, because they also don't want you to use a credit card.
Yeah.
They'll let you use a debit card. Why? Because it comes right out of your bank account immediately, and there's no way for them to get it back, your bank.
Yeah, I got this gift card for Christmas from somebody in my family, and I saw when I looked online, they said it could have like up to $200, and I got excited. I'm like, I hope somebody.
You know, it was only 25 bucks.
It was 50, right?
Right. Okay.
And I'm like, why tease me like that? $200.
Oh, because it said on the front of it up to $200 or
It could
something.
have it $200. It had 50. I'm like, okay. So I try to use it to buy weed.
Nope.
And they're like, nah, you can't use it.
Nope, because they don't want somebody to go back and complain about, oh, somebody illegally used my card, or that was a fraudulent purchase. That wasn't me. I want my money back. And so with debit purchases, it's a little bit different because they not only slide your card or put your chip in or whatever, but you're also putting a PIN number, and then it also comes directly out of your account before you even get the product in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes with credit card sales, it's a promise to pay or a promise to get the money. So yeah.
I went to one dispensary yesterday, and I was looking at their rules, and one of the rules was if you buy concentrate, you can use it for 2 days, but only 2 days here because they have a dab bar, right? And I was like,
so in other words, you can't buy a gram of dab and do a dab today and then come back in about a week.
well, you can, but as long as it's 2 days.
Right, but not a week.
You can't, you can't like show up 3 days.
You can't show up a week later and go, hey, I bought this shit last week.
I didn't realize. I was like, damn, they actually they got these rules. I was like,
Well, that's like even like you were there the one time, and even though you had pot from that club, but you also had your own joint, right?
yeah.
And then as soon as you sparked up another joint, they're like, hey, you didn't buy that from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes.
I haven't seen that guy. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he was probably made owner instead of being fired. He was.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's weird. These weird. I realize it's easier just to buy like a eighth. They can't keep track of weed. So as long as you buy, but
they're still gonna tell you you can only smoke for up to 2 days in here.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they're letting you come in the second day and smoke shit. Usually,
I think what they're saying is you got to buy something anyway.
Every single time you go into their lounge.
You can use the concentrate a second day, but you got to buy something. But they got lighters. You can buy a lighter for a couple of bucks, But
again, like, so even like, what is it, Mission Cannabis, they go, oh, we need a $25 purchase.
Yeah, you got to spend $25 to use their room. And
right.
stuff,
And again, you can only smoke the shit they sold you.
Yeah.
So, like, even if you were going to roll a joint and throw some keef on it and you had some keef, they'd be like, legitimately, they would say, no, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was weird. And it's like, I was at the Union Station and some guy was rolling blunts, and they're like, well, you can't smoke tobacco in here.
Right.
What about the blunt paper? Like,
right. And matter of fact, they might have even sold them the blunt paper, which is the funny thing. So that's kind of
no, they legally can't sell you anything with tobacco. So it could be blunt paper made out of other stuff, like hemp, not hemp, but yeah, it could be hemp and stuff, but legally they can't sell you anything with a blunt with tobacco paper there.
Right.
Because that's and it's weird how we got everything categorized, like we got everything categorized, you got weed here and tobacco there. It's like it's all these rules and stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. It's all. But, most dispensary lounges are cool. I never had any problem with them, This one was just... But now I haven't seen that guy. I don't know what happened to that guy. But it's like, yeah. But I like dabbing, but dabbing really fucks you up and shit. Like, it really fucks you up. But I like dabbing. Dabbing's expensive. The concentrate is like $30 a gram and stuff. I mean, I buy it once in a while. I follow the rules. In the old days, you could just not buy shit and go in.
Right.
In fact, I used to go to Spark and I would buy my weed at Relief, which was right next door, which was cheaper. I'd buy a couple of joints and then go into Spark and use the volcanoes and stuff. So I would do that, but yeah, I remember exactly when that law went into effect. Like everything changed, before you would go to Relief and they would act like we were all friends and stuff, right?
Right.
As soon as that law passed, we became customers. It was different. Like now they're checking everybody. Before they would invite me to their events and everything. It was fun, but yeah, as soon as that law got passed, we weren't friends anymore. Now we're becoming McDonald's. Now we're gonna be checking your ass. It's like,
Right.
what happened to being friends? I thought we were all friends. I thought we were all friends. We were family.
We were family.
We were family. And
Did we ever play your episode that we did at the Cannabis Cup, at the Emerald Cup?
no, you never played that.
So then what we're going to do is we'll have that in the can for you so you can either
yeah.
play it next week or whatever you want to do.
Oh
I
yeah.
had that ready for you.
I think those people were at they were at Hash Hole.
Yeah,
today,
they
but
were.
I didn't say good. I didn't go say hi to them. What about your friend? What's your friend up to?
Which friend?
The one that was at the Cannabis Cup. That one.
So are we talking about Wes or Reggie or there was a lot of them there. I had a lot of friends there. Frankie. So they're all doing pretty good. They're all kind of just everybody's working really hard, right? Everybody's got their nose to the grindstone trying to make things happen for their communities. So I know Reggie with Canna Country is working on his new brand and his new stuff, and got to savor some flavors.
Oh yeah.
I know that Ringo, aka Ringo, is out there and he's doing his thing, and he's going.
Ringo?
Right now, I believe he's back east, but he should be back here on this coast pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, I think everybody's gearing up for the new year. I mean, we just finished a harvest. We're coming up on a whole new season of events like the Emerald Cup, where there's judges getting their cannabis really soon.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. So, and I look forward to. There's a couple projects I have in the works that I'm not even going to mention because when I do, it ends up jinxing me. So
there's a Hall of Flowers happening in March in LA somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of these events I would like us to go to and record and do stuff at. Kushstock is what, LA or what is it, Adelante or whatever?
It's like the day before 420 and stuff. Kushstock. I've never been to Kushstock.
I was invited to go possibly do I want to call it Canistock, but I'll have to go back and look at it. But they were talking about I could do the event in Florida, but then I'm flying out to Florida to do comedy. So how much does it cost to fly to Florida?
Yeah, they're not gonna pay for all that.
They only, so usually like the gigs I get only pay you a couple $100 in like in a room stay. And so if you're only getting paid a couple $100 in a free room,
a Greyhound bus or something.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you take a plane, there goes your money.
Oh yeah.
And so you're doing it for the event itself, or you're just doing it for the experience, or you're doing it to offset your costs because you're going to that event.
Yeah.
Like Amy was talking about, she's going because she goes to Spanibus, which is in Spain.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to something like that because then it would be like, oh, even if you only get paid a few $100 to perform there or to be a speaker or something, that would be really cool, but it would offset your cost that much.
That's true. They don't like, in comedy, they just straight up give you some money. They don't take into account how much it is to get there. Your hotel, that's all included. Sometimes they give you like a room.
Yeah, I got a room. Last time I opened for them, I got a room. I got a couple $100, and it was in Vegas. So we were on a compound, and my person told me, I go, oh, so you have cannabis? Oh yeah, you can smoke as much as you want, but I wouldn't drive away with it because at that time, cannabis was illegal in Nevada, but you could smoke it on the expo grounds.
Yeah.
And so literally I smoked my weight almost in cannabis while I was there, but then I didn't take anything with me because didn't want to be busted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was at the High Times Cup in Vegas, like, and it was like in Red Rock area, out in the Red Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a Native American area, and it was under federal control, so we couldn't smoke any weed, and I'm like, who the hell did that? You know, why the hell? I volunteered because I volunteered for the last High Times Cup that the original owners put on.
Right.
It was at the Cow Palace. I had a fun. It was like one of the funnest times I ever had. I had a good time. I ended up with a lot of shit. It was like the owners were just chill. I think it's because they realized they made bank selling that thing, and yeah, and I'm like, it was like and in fact, it only lasted one day. It was so windy that they couldn't even have the second day. They canceled the second day, and I remember my first thought was like, damn, I'm in Vegas. They canceled. This is the greatest thing ever that they canceled the second day. Because you couldn't even smoke. I was like, this is crazy. It was just craziness. I couldn't even figure out. But yeah, they opened up in Urbana. Urbana opened up an Oakland location. And they got a lounge area. But I don't even know if they let you smoke weed because I don't think Oakland allows any lounge areas with smoking weed. I think you're allowed to vape. You're allowed to do edibles. But it's weird that Oakland of all places, you know, because Friday night my friend went to the Cloud Sesh, and the cops were there. Somebody got shot. You know, when he was pulling up, there were a bunch of cops. So it's weird that Oakland of all places, which lets you do DMT and acid and mushrooms, won't let you like smoke weed at a lounge area.
Right.
But yeah, there's a new Urbana, and I haven't been there yet. It looks really nice and stuff. I was looking at pictures of some dispensary, and I think it was somewhere in LA or San Diego, and they had all the stuff and need outside, like on. And I'm like, that can't be here because there's no dispensary that has actually the Urbanas have all their stuff on the wall, so you can go pick out what you want and buy it.
Well, yeah. So the what was it? The one we were doing work for a minute there was Project Cannabis, and Project Cannabis was really good because you can literally, it's like a regular store. You walk in, once you check in with security, you walk in and everything's on a shelf.
Yeah.
And you can walk up to a shelf full of, let's say, edibles. Yeah. And you can pick up the package, read the ingredients or whatever, and then put it back down and literally just walk along. So, but I wonder if they have a problem with theft, but there's so many cameras in that place.
Oh, no. I mean, these places are full of cameras. Huh?
And they have security. They're not going to let you out.
Yeah, they do. There is theft because they steal like the grinders, or they steal the random stuff like that.
They steal the stuff that's not product. Well,
yeah,
it's product, but it's not cannabis.
Yeah, the lounge areas, sometimes they take this, like the little plates.
What was I going to say is
the rolling tray.
Yeah, sometimes the VIP rooms, like the Mission Control Cannabis or whatever like that, they have some really nice stuff in their VIP rooms, and you help yourself to them.
Oh, yeah.
But they have like, $30 grinders sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, I would go to if I do the events, and if it's priced, if the VIPs are priced reasonably, I should go VIP because you get a lot of free stuff. But
right.
Like a household at VIP was like $150. I should have gone VIP.
Well, what did you get for that $150?
I don't know because they give you a fat bag, so I don't know. I mean,
it could be good.
Yeah, for $50 you get in, you don't get shit,
So for an extra 100, you get a bag of shit.
Yeah, but most VIPs are like more than that. Like the VIPs at I think Emerald Cup was like a $400.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
And $400, like you better give me you better hook me up. 400, you know.
Yeah, no. If you're paying that kind of money for an event, it's no.
I mean, I'm down with VIPs if they're reasonably priced, but
And I think I'm spoiled because a lot of these events we go to free.
yeah, I mean it's true.
It's either we get in on because they're giving away tickets, or we know somebody, or we're performing, or we're working with somebody, and so we get into those events usually free.
Yeah.
We usually get VIP status, but we don't usually get a big old sack of stuff. But people are usually giving us stuff.
Yeah.
People give us stuff, but it's not like you walk in and they go, "Oh, Brumbaugh, here you go."
Oh, yeah.
Stack a pot. So
Stack a pot, yeah. Yeah, most of these places, you know, like, you know, you don't get anything. It's like, here's a free lighter, and the lighters, I got a bunch of lighters and rolling papers.
yeah, I don't need lighters and rolling papers. So I think I usually snag enough rolling papers for a year at one of these events.
I got a lot of rolling papers. It's true. I haven't bought.
What is the one company
haven't
that
bought
does
one.
all the cones?
Is it OCB or something?
Yeah, so OCB does them. Like, so Emerald Cup 2 years ago, I took enough OCB papers of every kind
Yeah.
to last me like all year.
Yeah.
And then the last Emerald Cup, is it Day Savers? So Day Savers had all their cones, and they literally gave you a box, like a cigarette box. They put cigarette boxes there, and you could literally handpick as many of their cones of the different ones as you wanted. And I have a box of Day Savers, and those were like 24 of the hemp ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I have 50 to 100 cones.
Oh yeah, cones are pretty fun though.
And they are good. And all mine are from everything from the ones with the glass tip to the ones that have like a big old cigar type wood tip on it, or they have a whole bunch of different ones. Hemp cones.
The glass tips are pretty. I got a bunch of glass tips at home. Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
And so I got a whole bunch of them. I literally got about 50 Day Savers.
I don't even like when I roll a joint. I don't even.
It's rare that I roll them now.
I don't even put tips on there anymore. Like,
You don't?
Nah, because they're hard to roll with a tip. I don't even know why there's got to be a tip.
I rolled one last night at a meeting, and had a meeting with someone, and then at the end I'm like, oh, because they had mentioned cannabis, and I'm like, oh, do you smoke? And they're like, yeah. And I go, oh, let's smoke one for after the meeting. And so I sat there and broke it up while we were talking, put a tip on it, rolled it up, and put it on the table. And I said, okay, when we're done. And he's like, wow, that's great. I can't even roll a joint by itself, and you didn't even use a machine or anything, and it's got a filter on it. I'm like, yeah, because hopefully at 57 you know how to roll a joint.
I mean, I can roll good joints, but the only problem is I stick them in my mouth to seal them, and most people aren't down with that shit.
Oh, you mean the...
Yeah, I just stick them.
Yeah, no. You just got to do a little twist it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm down with just sticking it all in my mouth.
Yeah, no. I used to know a guy that used to sell me pot back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we would have to drive to a park and go find him in the bushes because he was sleeping in the bushes.
Oh, really?
And so we would go find him, and I'm trying to remember what his name is.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. But anyway, so what we would have to do is we would find him, but he would always want to smoke a joint. And he would roll big old joints, and then he would do and I'm sorry. If you're having oral sex with a joint, I don't want to smoke it.
Yeah, like if they don't want to smoke the joints I roll, like
I don't like that. That's
don't
gross.
fucking smoke it, damn it.
That's gross.
I'm not.
It's like making someone a burrito.
Yeah.
At your house, like you're cooking for them, and you're like, "Oh, would you like a burrito?" Sure. And then you roll up the burrito and you lick the burrito to seal it.
I would do that too.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I couldn't get a burrito. Some of those burritos are just too big. I can't put a whole burrito in my mouth at once. I have tried though.
So we have some viewers. Thank you for viewing
why
us.
can't these people call in, dude? What's up with you people, man? Do I gotta talk?
Yeah, let me see if there's any
do I gotta
chat.
talk shit?
Is there any chat? Looks like there's some messages.
Don't
Myron said something.
Why can't you guys call in, dude? Myron did an open mic, and
What did Myron say?
what did Myron say?
Myron says,
He's a moron. Who gives a fuck what he says?
Will on Tuesday.
What? It's Tuesday, fucker. When's your open mic? I mean,
Oh, why on Tuesday? He's saying why on Tuesday.
well, because because we couldn't do it yesterday. Who cares why?
That's right. We have emergencies.
There's
You should always be ready to go,
Oh yeah,
Myron.
emergencies. Because
And Byron still hasn't. He was supposed to call in last
Yeah,
week. So if
why-
you're listening, Myron, you should be calling
why-
in. And
why-
you're gonna go, what's the phone number? Well, here's the damn phone number.
here's
The studio hotline is open 650-503-3435.
he probably has like a payphone.
A landline or a
A
payphone.
landline.
No,
yeah.
Myron probably has a can with a string on it.
Landline. This is something that I don't know if I told anybody, but back in the 80s, I used to rack up like big 976 numbers.
Oh yeah, you told me that story, and your mom got it mad because Comcast reached out to her.
Yeah, it was like I think one month it was like $1,000.
Was it even Comcast? It was Comcast then.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't Comcast.
Xfinity, AT&T.
No, it was like a nine. I don't know who the fuck.
But wasn't it your phone provider?
It was Pac Bell.
There you go.
I don't think Comcast was around.
That was hella long
I
ago.
think I used to rack up. I was addicted to that shit.
You're addicted to phone sex.
I didn't even like the live ones. I like the recorded.
Well, so
I
I
like
looked
the recorded messages. In fact, the first time I ever had an orgasm was listening to one of those phone lines, and I think it affected me. I think it affected me, and I'll never forget. Like I was sitting in the toilet, I wasn't even touching myself. I was listening. I think they were having sex in some clothing department store, changing room, and then it was weird because then I think I was talking to my dad, and I kept wondering like, what the fuck happened here?
right.
It was weird, but I think it affected me. It affected me because you shouldn't. Your first orgasm shouldn't be alone. It shouldn't be holding a fucking phone.
Okay, so here's the other thing: is when you hit search on Instagram, what the hell do you see on your Instagram? So this is what I get when I see. Hold on, I get things that there's more women with large breasts
Yeah.
and big old booties. And I'm not looking for that. I'm not even searching for that.
Me too. There was one time.
And I mean, they're all like that. And I'll
Yeah.
hold this up to the camera a little bit just to show you what my normal feed. And
It's
maybe
true.
maybe it's because I do have friends that are in the industry. But I mean, for the most part, if you guys can see,
Yeah.
there's some stupid things.
I was-
But then there's things like a whole bunch of women with their booty or their tatas. And I'm not searching for that. Those are not my friends on Instagram. Most of my friends on Instagram are comedians. And yeah, comedians have a lot of busty women on their feeds, but
Yeah, one time, like I was talking to this weed vendor. I think she was like a black lesbian, and I said, "What's your Instagram?" And she said, "Give me your phone, and I'll put it in there." And then she looked at the picture of all these titties and asses, and she looked at me really weird. And I'm like, because she was gonna put her name in my Instagram, and she saw that picture, and I'm like, well, you're a lesbian. Your fucking Instagram it doesn't have those pictures. I don't know why, but it's really weird. Like they they think we're men, so fuck it. We're just gonna look at titties and it's Instagram. You can't even see titties. It's not like it's fucking Twitter where you can see people fucking on Twitter.
well, and the funny thing is like these reels,
Yeah.
All they are women bouncing their breast or bouncing their booties or shaking
Yeah.
things.
Hell yeah. I mean,
I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that's cool.
it's all
But again,
sexualized. Yeah. Well, damn. What's up with that?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like,
I
what
mean,
the
it's
hell?
and Twitter's even worse now. It's showing porn.
Well, yeah, Twitter's, that's why,
I think that's why what Elon wanted. He didn't want people to actually use their First Amendment rights. He wanted people
nah.
to show off
Well, no, Twitter's always been like that. Twitter,
a little bit, I think. But I think since he's taken it over and it was X, it got even
yeah.
worse.
But yeah, it's like they don't let you show porn. I think Snapchat lets you. I'm not sure.
Right.
But as far as TikTok, they don't let you do that shit. I think Twitter, that's one of the things that Twitter is good for. They got all you know, I used to have my own Twitter page where I would just have like I would follow all the porno stuff, and but then I lost that page somehow. I don't know what happened. They took it down. So
Right.
I'm down on one, and my mom was complaining to me. She's like, "What's up with this? I don't like going in your Twitter. It's full of porn." And I'm like, "Nah." You know what upset me? My mom wouldn't let me wear Crocs on Christmas Day. We went to my brother's house,
She wouldn't let you. Oh, on Christmas Day.
and she's like, "Nah, you're not wearing Crocs on Christmas Day." And I'm like, "Crocs are acceptable. What? Why is it I'm not allowed to wear Crocs on Christmas? Like, what? Why is my mom so ashamed of her son wearing Crocs? You know?"
Right.
And I'm going to my brother's family. Like, they probably got Crocs. I don't know. I've never seen them wearing Crocs, but they probably got Crocs too.
Right.
But yeah, my mom was. She's like, "Nah." My mom's still telling me how to dress, but she's like, "You're not." And I'm like, once you start wearing Crocs, putting on shoes feels weird, you know? It's like, it feels different, you know? It's, wearing shoes now is different, but my mom wouldn't let me wear Crocs on Christmas. It really hurt me. Like, mom, I want to wear my Crocs.
Jeez.
I got two Crocs. I got black ones and green ones. My mint colored Crocs.
Yeah, I've not even wanted to try Crocs because I hear they're super comfortable and they're just ugly.
I don't know. I don't think they're that ugly. To me, it's like, you know, I have a walk too. I have a swag walk. Like, sometimes when I'm trying to impress people, I don't wear like the Crocs. I don't have the Crocs where they stay on.
Right.
I kind of have them in the side. So I kind of walk like, oh, you know, I have a walk. I have my swag walk. Like, I'm trying to impress people. People love it. I think I walk like a penguin or something. But I do wear Crocs. But like, when is it gonna be acceptable to wear Crocs? Like, why does my mom feel that she has a right to tell me I can't wear Crocs on Christmas? Thank God I didn't buy any Christmas Crocs because they do got designer Crocs. Like, why isn't anybody calling in, dude? What are you guys afraid of? Why? You're afraid of this show? Why the moron won't call in? What the hell is a moron afraid of? Like, what am I gonna say that's so upsetting to you people? Like, what's going on? We're 2 weeks away from our new president taking over and stuff. Who's excited about that? You know, who's excited? Yeah, we're on a Tuesday. There was an emergency yesterday. I was in the city though. You know, I always when I'm at a weed lounge, I always show pictures. So because I expect you people to come hang out with me. I'm at the weed lounge. Don't let don't let friends just kick it at weed lounges alone. You know, some of you got to come in. When you see a picture, it's like a mandate. It's like you know when you see the bat signal and you know it's go time. It's go time. So when you see a picture of me, when I post a picture of something at a weed lounge, it means you get your fucking ass to that weed lounge and come and kick it with me, because I'm lonely. I'm lonely. You know. I mean, these weed lounges are fun, but they could be funner and stuff. You know, I'm always up. I kick it at weed lounges a lot. Sometimes I don't even smoke weed. Like, I hold out. I won't even smoke weed in my crib. I wait. I hold out for the weed lounge. I got my favorite weed lounges. There's Mo Greens. I like Mo Greens. Barbary Coast is a great because they got, free coffee and muffins in the morning. So I get my coffee, my muffin. Mo Greens has got their dab bars hella chill. And you can rent you can rent like their equipment. Like the Dr. Dabber is really popular. If I had to buy like one of these machine things, I'd probably end up with a Dr. Dabber because you can do weed and concentrate on it. But I like dabbing. I have rigs at home, but I don't have any like bowls for dabbing and stuff. I used to dab a lot. I have a nectar collector I use, but it's hella dirty and stuff. But yeah, I used to dab a lot more than I do now. Now I still dab, but dabbing really fucks you up, to the point where you're like, you've been dabbing for a while, you're all high, and now you're like let loose on you're outside, you're like, fuck. And you realize I'm just baked. I'm just fucking baked. You want to hide out. You don't want to be around a lot of. Yeah, I'm baked, and there's not much to do in San Francisco. There's a lot of stuff to do, but I don't even got my. I thought about getting my AMC movie pass again because it's not that much. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to the movies that much anymore. I go once a week, usually on Tuesdays because I'm cheap. I'm a cheap motherfucker. So I do. Usually I go to the $7 ones. Like, the Century Theaters are like $7 on Tuesday. In fact, movies aren't that. The Metreon's hella expensive though. Metreon is expensive, and they're okay and stuff. And the AMC movie pass is a good deal, but they expect you to buy the popcorn. The popcorn's outrageous. It's like $15. I always sneak in my shit from Target. I go buy chips. And I do wonder if I'm making too much noise eating chips in the movies. I think that one of the reasons why popcorn is so popular is because it doesn't make a fucking sound. I'm hella paranoid about that. I don't want to make noise, you know. I don't want to make noise anymore, but I do make noise. But yeah, so like yeah, you guys don't want to call. That's your problem. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, damn it, it's my show. I will talk. I'm a talker. I'm a talker. I'm a dabber. But yeah, you can catch me. I mow greens. Sometimes I go to the Union Station, but Union Station is like freezing cold and stuff, man. I don't understand why. And they said because they got some air unit, to clear out the air in the small little room. And it's like brings in a lot of cold air. If it's they like if it's cold outside, it's gonna be cold inside. If it's hot outside, it's gonna be hot inside. I'm like, the other lounges I go to aren't like freezing, but this place is like freezing cold, and it's like, and to the point where I'm like, I'm catching a cold just being here. Like, I'm not trying to complain. I like the Union Station. They got the best weed deals, but why is it so free? Why can't you put a couple of heaters in the site? At least put a couple of heaters. Let us, let us think that because they got these fake fireplace things, which don't heat at all. So I'm like, why can't you put real heaters inside? You got the fake fireplace things are nice, they're sweet and they're cute, but it's like, where's the other? Why can't they heat your ass up too? It's hot, it's cold outside, it's cold. You know, it's like I like the Union Station, but it's like, hey, I'm not trying to freeze my ass off. But they got very good deals. There's Mission Cannabis. You gotta spend $25 to use their lounge area, and the lounge area is really nice, and I would do that. 25 isn't that much. Last time I went there, I bought 2/8 for like $15. I'm hella cheap. Don't fucking judge me. Don't fucking judge me. I'm hella cheap. I don't got an OnlyFans page to fucking help me buy weed and shit. I spend my money.
You spend your money on
I don't know. I try not to. I try not to. The OnlyFans. I don't know. I mean, the OnlyFans are weird because even though if you pay $10 to look at the OnlyFans, basically they're bombarding you with videos. Like you got to look at this video. I'm banging 10 guys. I got 20 guys. I'm eating this guy's ass. You gotta watch me eat some ass. Like
no thanks.
and it's like and they bombard you with videos. It's like I mean, why can't you just show all those videos on OnlyFans? You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah. So I'll sign up for the free OnlyFans. Well, they have free OnlyFans.
Yeah, sure.
But they don't show much of those anyway. But it's like I'm cool with that. I'm down with OnlyFans. But yeah, it's weird. Like it's weird, because I know a lot of people with OnlyFans pages, and it's weird. Like it is weird that how some people they're open with it. Some people have their OnlyFans page as their real name, and they're like, I'm the same person. Some other people like they're completely like it's like being in two different worlds. I'm down with that. Do your thing, but it's like yeah, but at one point it's like yeah, you feel weird because you're like it's weird to think like I know that many people with OnlyFans pages and and then one of some OnlyFans page I think it's a friend of mine. Suddenly she got like a breast enlargement and she's not on Facebook anymore. She blocked me. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's like she's like, now that I got bigger boobs, I can't be friends with you people anymore. Like
I got bigger boobs.
Yeah,
because she paid for them.
yeah,
She needs to pay them off.
and it's like what's up with that? Like, but yeah, I don't mind. Do your thing. It's all good. But it's like, yeah, it's weird to think like there's that many. Like, how the hell? And it's like being in a different world. Like having to explain to people, like especially in the Bay Area. The Bay Area is really expensive to live in, so
Right.
it might be a requirement. Who knows? Nobody really asked me if I got an OnlyFans page. I never had people like, hey, what's it? I want to see.
And I always tell them the same thing. They
Yeah.
go, do you have an OnlyFans page? And I go, well, my feet do.
Yeah, it's
My
like,
feet have an OnlyFans. My feet make more money than I do.
I can't imagine. If I was good looking, maybe people would be asking me all the time. I even know dudes with OnlyFans pages. So, yeah, if I was good looking, people might be asking me all the time, "What's your OnlyFans?" I'm like, actually, I do have a page, but I haven't monetized. I have no videos on there. If you look at
You ever
only,
seen that guy on Instagram? It's a young kid, and he goes up to people in their car, and he goes, hey, nice car. What do you do?
yeah,
You ever seen that guy?
no,
So, like, he goes up to people in, like, $250,000 cars and goes, hey, nice, Maserati XJ, whatever.
Mhm.
And then he'll show the price of the car underneath. It will be like $185,000 or something.
Yeah.
And then he'll go, hey, so what do you do for a living? And most of the time they say either crypto
Uh-huh.
or I've seen multiple of them say OnlyFans. I'm a creator. I'm a influencer.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what are you on or what do you do? Oh yeah, OnlyFans. And it's like, yeah, of course you're making, 6 figures by showing your one.
Yeah. I mean,
If I was a girl, I guess I'd be doing it. But that's such a. How do you teach anybody the value of $1 if it's like all I have to do is bounce up and down on Instagram or OnlyFans? Now again, I'd probably be doing it.
Yeah, because it's good money. I mean,
If the good Lord blessed me with a good body, I'd do it.
Oh yeah.
But only because I'm 57 and know better. But I sure wouldn't be doing it as a teenager. That'd fuck you up.
I don't know. I mean, like,
What kinds of values does that send to someone? Hey, you shouldn't work hard and get a job. You should show off your body and make money.
Why not?
Like I said, if you're older or if you've already proven your worth, but hopefully if you've done that, you don't want to do this shit anyway. But yeah, I get it.
I don't know, man. I mean, it is what it is.
And like I said, I'm probably just butt hurt because I can't do it. If I could make $100,000 in a couple months, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, I'm doing it. I'll sell my soul.
When's the last time somebody asked like, what's your OnlyFans page and stuff?
Right.
Maybe you should like lose a bunch of weight and join that contest. What's going on with that contest? Are they?
Yeah, she's got a couple more people. Why aren't you entering?
Because
you don't want to go to Fat Camp?
I mean, does she take you to the gym or?
I don't know exactly what she does.
What do they do?
I think she probably does like online instructions.
I don't know.
Like she's your personal little what's the thing where you ride the bike? Peloton.
This is my Peloton.
Your little Peloton instructor. She probably gets on her phone and tells you, "Okay, keep going.
10 more miles."
Yeah, exactly.
10 more miles. I was like,
right.
I don't know.
And I don't know how much Fat Camp is. I didn't look to see how much it is, but I'm guessing it's some money.
Oh, you gotta pay. I thought.
I'm thinking. I don't know. Did you look? Did you click?
No. Well, she's got a lot of stuff going on.
She does. She's a what they call a mover and a shaker, and I don't mean like the girls on Instagram.
Nah.
So let's look at that because we can, and all we're gonna do is promote her in any kind of way.
Yeah, she's on the station too. So why shouldn't we help her promote her show and stuff?
Right. And so
I don't know. I haven't even joined the gym. People always join gyms in January, but I can't remember the last gym membership. In fact, I used to go to the gym with my mom. We used to go to a gym in a mall, and my mom would go do yoga or whatever in some room, and I would sneak out and go kick it in the mall and stuff. And my mom caught me one time. So yeah, I used to go to the gym with my mom. I would in a mall. I would sneak out. Now there's a Dick's. There's a Dick's instead of Dick's Sporting Goods instead of the gym. But yeah, I haven't been at a gym in a while. There's actually a gym where I live, but the last time I want to do is see some senior like I'll fucking bikey me and shit. I got enough self-conscious. I want to see some senior like bench pressing 300. I'm like, I can't bench press shit, you know. I look like I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. But I don't know. I thought Fat Camp was free. I didn't realize you had to pay for all that.
Yeah, I'm looking.
But is there anything for free these days? There's nothing.
Right. No, I'm looking to see because I don't see any current thing with Fat Camp. Hold on.
Maybe they already. I mean.
Maybe they chose their.
Maybe they chose a winner. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, yelled at a little.
Oh, that's funny. I just looked at something.
I need somebody to yell at me. Like I don't get yelled at enough. I need somebody to come into the Wii Lounge and shame me. Like, you should be in a gym, you fat fuck. Put the joint down and go to the gym. There's got to be a gym nearby. Isn't there like a gym nearby?
Right.
Is there? I don't even know. Is there a gym nearby?
You would think.
I thought in San Francisco, where they got like the mom and pop gyms in San Francisco, you know. They got the mom and pop gyms here. There's small gyms.
Right.
They don't got the Planet Fitness things. Those are like in Daly City somewhere.
I kind of see what's happening. I'm looking to see if we can promote. Oh, there's a Fat Camp thing.
There's a Fat Camp.
But it doesn't say. Yeah.
Why are you laughing? It's Fat Camp.
Oh no, I was laughing at something else. That was.
You're wearing an A's cap and you're laughing at people.
Yeah, that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
How dare you laugh at people wearing an A's cap? How dare you even wear an A's cap anymore? I mean, did you see the ticket prices for the A's? They're like $80. They don't got many seats in in Sacramento in that stadium, so the ticket prices are outrageous and shit. Who's gonna spend $80 to see the A's play? They still suck.
Right.
I mean, are that many people excited? Like, I mean, Oakland is unsafe, but I'll go watch them in Sacramento. I'm like, are there that many people in the Sacramento area that are gonna go watch the A's and stuff?
Right.
My brother, they live in Folsom, which is near Sac, and my nephew hates the Warriors. He's a Kings fan. He hates the Warriors. And it's like, how can you hate on the Warriors, you know? Nobody hates the Warriors. It is weird to hate on the Warriors. The Warriors are like America's team now and stuff. But it's crazy. The NFL playoffs are happening. The Niners aren't in the playoffs, which is kind of sad. But, you know, I'm glad the Niners. The weird thing is they played 4 games that they lost in a row. But I kept wondering if they were trying to lose on purpose. You know, I was making fun of the Cowboys for losing on purpose. But when the Niners started doing it, I was like, that's okay. Because that's my team. So when it's your team, losing on purpose, that's okay. But when it's the other team, especially if it's the Cowboys doing it, then you have the right to talk shit and stuff. You got the rolling tray. You take the rolling tray from I got a bunch of rolling trays, but they're all dirty. I don't know how to clean my rolling trays. They got all kind of weird dust on them, and I don't know, some goo and stuff.
So I don't know if it's free or not. So I'm looking at the Fat Camp.
Yeah.
And I've read it, but the funny thing is, I can't tell if you got to pay unless you go save your spot. And then it says the other part of it's free, which is if you win. So I don't know.
So if you win, you get to do a porno. That's the prize. I mean.
Yeah, you get to fly to L.A. Here, let me read the thing.
You get to fly to L.A. and do a porno, not just
not
just in the basement. They're not gonna shoot a porno in the basement of this building.
No.
The Odd Fellows. The Odd Fellows aren't down. They're like, no. They might be odd.
Here's the deal.
I thought you would just get to do a porno here. Like, they're gonna fly to L.A. to do a porno.
Yeah, I'm looking at exactly what.
Maybe I have to join that. If I want to do a porno in the Bay Area, but if I get to do a porno in LA, now that's different. You know, that's exciting.
Yeah, you're going to LA, but I was looking for where she says you fly to LA.
Is it Hollywood? Like,
guessing it's Hollywood.
Oh, that's exciting. Like, we're gonna fly to LA to do a porno.
Right.
Why LA? Why not just do
it here in San Francisco? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where her people are. I don't know.
Yeah, do a porno.
Wow, I wish I could find that part because it says that you get to fly to LA if you win. Maybe it was on the page before, but
when's her show? Is it every Monday or?
She's trying to figure out what in her schedule. So I'm just gonna hang out because she's got so many things going on. We're just gonna see what happens.
Oh yeah, you doing another show here?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing another show here in our basement.
When is
that? And I'll let you know because
is Danny Detchi gonna be in it?
Danny Detchi is not gonna be in it as far as I know.
Why
and
not?
Matter of fact, this show is gonna be more of us for the studio than let's say
we gotta
for
have Danny
Kaylee Dubois. It's gonna be one of our events.
We gotta have Danny Detchi in it though. I mean,
we have to.
Yeah, Danny Detchi's cool.
Yeah, I like Danny. I've invited him down to the studios. It's been 3 years and he still hasn't darkened my doorstep. So.
Yeah.
So usually people have to come visit me before I really start considering them for other stuff too.
Yeah, he's done my show, but it was always through the house or.
Right, but I don't even think he's done your show since you've been here, right?
No, he did it once.
Did he? He did it once in the very beginning.
But he didn't come in.
Nope.
No,
because he's still paranoid about germs, I think.
Oh, the Voldemort?
No, I think
because he used to have a show on Voldemort Station.
Right, but no, he's more paranoid about I think germs.
I don't know. I see people wearing masks. But
Again, yeah, I know.
I live in a senior community. I could see why those people are paranoid.
Right, I can see how people that have bad immune systems that are older, maybe even children, but I don't know, man. It's whatever they're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to, I don't think the masks do anything. I never thought they did, but the weird thing is, this is not the first time they had us wear masks. I was watching a movie called, I think it was called, What was that name? And it took place during World War One. During World War One, there was a influenza epidemic. I think I'm saying it right. And people were wearing masks during that time too.
The plague and stuff.
There was some kind of plague going around during World War One in America.
Yeah.
And then the movie, they were having people wearing masks. So it's not the first time they had us wearing masks.
No, not at all. Oh, geez.
Somebody calling you?
Yeah, and it's not somebody we're taking a call from.
Somebody calling on your phone?
No, they're calling in on Messenger. We were looking for any digital calls coming in. So.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Who is on Messenger?
I don't know.
Why
Probably somebody for me, not for you.
Well, maybe it's for me. Why don't you?
You never know. Yeah.
Who is it? Can we find out?
Sure, but what if it was for me and I'm not going to talk about it?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was Ralph, but
Oh, yeah? Was it Ralph Kratzfett or the other guy?
Ralph Zig Tycho.
Oh, when's this show? Wasn't it in the morning?
Right before yours.
Oh, yeah. How is he doing? Does he still film in his car?
Yep, sometimes. Today he did.
But his show is baseball. I mean, is there not much baseball stuff? Is it all baseball? Not that I don't listen to the shows, because I do watch the shows once in a while. But,
Right.
you know.
And now I'm getting a 415 call.
Oh, who's calling now?
I don't know. Somebody bugging me. Somebody wants me.
Oh, why can't they call this show? Why can't I get anybody calling this show? What the hell?
I don't think it might be a bill collector. Who knows?
Maybe. They can't collect bills from me, though. I'm on SSI. That's one thing about being on SSI. The bill collectors can't get shit out of you.
Right.
When they call me, when I get telemarketers calling me, I'm like mess with them, especially the student loan people. They call her up. They're like, "You owe student loan money." I was like, "Yeah."
Right.
And they're like, "How much do I owe?" And they're like, "Well, whatever." And they're like, "Can you pay?" I said, "Yes. Yes, I can pay." Where should I send the check to? Oh, yeah, I'm writing a check right now. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck the student loans. I don't even know. I might not even have student loans. Maybe Biden got my student loans paid off.
Right.
Wouldn't that be cool, Biden? I heard Biden's in LA right now. Like,
Is he?
they closed down LAX. They won't let anybody fly in and out because he's down there.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, it's fucking 2025. Can this guy land in Bakersfield or something? And we drive his ass in, you know? Why he's got to land in LAX? There's a bunch of different airports in LA.
There's Bob Hope. There's John Wayne. There's
John Wayne. You can go to John Wayne, Bob Hope.
all these different ones.
Yeah.
All named after different
I
stars.
even landed in Ontario one time. Ontario's got an airport.
Ontario. You don't mean Canada. You mean California.
No, there's an Ontario, California. Yeah, there's an
Right.
Ontario. It's somewhere in the valley. What is it called?
Central Valley.
No, like Riverside. It's in Riverside.
Oh, okay. It's in L.A. County.
Yeah, somewhere in it's not LA County, but it's like the Inland Empire. That's what it's called, the Inland Empire.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's like the Inland Empire, and so yeah, I even landed in Ontario one time. But are you really gonna close? I think it's. And they gotta close down LAX for like 18 hours because I was watching some sports talk show this morning, and they were in LA for the WWE event.
Right.
In fact, the Clippers took over the Great Western Forum, the forum where the Lakers used to play
Okay.
back in the day. So now they got their own arena, and WWE was down there for Raw because it got moved to Netflix.
Sure.
And the guy was telling me, I guess he does his show in Indiana for some reason. I don't know. I think that's where he's from. And he said he almost couldn't get out because they got to block out the airspace.
Around the plane, yeah.
Yeah, even before Biden shows up. And the weird thing is this morning, the Air Force One is in Georgia for the Carter. But they got to have more than one Air Force One.
He's in Washington now. Carter has already made it to Washington.
Oh, he made it to Washington
this morning.
The Air Force One flew him down there. So what the hell?
It was a different plane. It was a different
Air Force One.
Yeah, or something.
I've
It wasn't like the presidential Air Force one.
I've seen it. I've seen a couple Air Force Ones. I saw one they got one in Seattle, the museum. They have the best airplane museum I've ever been to is in Seattle.
Okay.
And they got an Air Force One down there. And I think Kissinger used to fly that thing a lot to go make his deals, his Vietnam War deals and stuff, you know.
His Vietnam War deals.
His Vietnam, yeah, he was cutting Vietnam War deals. Like he was negotiating Vietnam War deals. Do you think that they're gonna end the Russia-Ukraine war? Rumor has it that Trump is trying to negotiate a peace.
Trump is no, he's laying threats.
Is he?
Yeah, he's saying that it's gonna one way or another it's gonna be done.
I respect Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, because that guy, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care if you're Biden or Trump. You're giving them money, he'll show up. He'll kick it with you, you know? He's not one of these people like, I'm only going to kick it with Biden. I'm only going to kick it with Trump. He's like, you give me money, I'll be there. And I heard that Trudeau resigned.
Yeah, he resigned today.
He resigned. I saw the headline in my favorite paper. They're like, the woke black-faced picture taken. Trudeau resigned. I mean, how you gonna resign before Trump even takes over? Like, you know, what about all these new Americans moving to Canada? I thought I would know more people moving to Canada, but it turns out you gotta have money to move to Canada or even Europe. Like, all these people who made threats, then they figured out, I just don't got money to move, you know. You can go to Mexico. They don't even check passports. You can drive into Mexico. They won't even care. You can walk into Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, you can go to, every time I've been to Tijuana, they don't even check passports. They're like,
well, yeah, but that's kind of the American sector of Mexico, right? Tijuana, even though it's over the border, it's
yeah. But I'm sure that I don't even know if even in the Texas border they check passports. I think Mexico just doesn't give a fuck. But yeah, Tijuana has got a. I mean, everybody I know has been to Tijuana before they turned 21. Did you go to Tijuana to go drinking?
No, I've never gone to Mexico or even Tijuana. By the way, Jeff Wheeler, Enoch, is watching.
Oh, Enoch, why isn't Enoch calling in?
He can call in, but he was trying to get. That's who was calling my phone.
Oh,
he was calling my phone instead of calling the studio line.
Why didn't you call the studio line, Enoch? What time is it? How much? Oh, we don't got much time left anyway.
No, we don't.
But what's up, Enoch? What's going on? Like,
yeah, send us a message or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We'll address whatever you got going on today.
Yeah. Well, do we have any votes? If Ali Wong is going to get the EGOT or whatever.
The EGOT.
EGOT. She's halfway to EGOT. Like, I didn't realize she won all these awards. I'm like, that's impressive. Like, I'm impressive. I don't check people's awards very often, but I'm like, you know, I was impressed that she won a Golden Globe. I didn't realize they even gave Golden Globes for stand-up performances and stuff, you know. I feel bad. I don't think I've ever been to Ali Wong's show. I should have gone. I don't go to many comedy shows anymore, do you? Or
no, not as much.
What's the last comedy show you've been to?
Like of someone that was other than one of us?
Yeah, like a real show.
Not Godfrey, not Mark Curry. I'm trying to remember the last person I saw.
I saw Eddie Griffin in Vegas.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin's really cool. I like Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin's hella funny. He had a big screen TV. And he had one of these movie-sized screens. Yeah, and he started showing video of Biden falling. It was like
Biden falling.
And the funniest thing is like Biden even falls trying to. I feel bad laughing at Biden falling because it's wrong. I do live in the senior community. I do have respect. I do respect my neighbors and stuff, you know. I do respect my neighbors a lot. I do respect everybody. I do respect my elders,
Right.
you know. But I'm excited. It's Tuesday. Tuesday is a nice day to be on and stuff. Hell yeah.
You have Enoch, by the way.
Oh, is Enoch on the line?
Enoch is on the line. So go on to the phone line.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Here we go. Oops, I forgot to
Oh,
press
yeah.
1. Here we go.
Press 1.
All
All right, joining us from somewhere in the ether sphere is Enoch.
Let me turn my other volume.
Yeah, please do.
Let me turn my other volume. Please do.
Holy smokes. Jeff, you really got to turn it off.
Hold on a second here. What the hell is this? There. How's that?
Oh my
How
gosh.
you doing?
There you go. So
Oh.
you only got us for the last couple of minutes of the show.
Oh, yeah.
I got speakers all over the place here. I cut them out, and then my laptop speakers cut in. The phone was like right on there. So
Are you a big
I'm
Ollie
giving you
Wong
some
fan?
horrendous feedback.
He's not hearing you. So Chris is asking you, are you a big Ali Wong fan?
I can hear. Wait a minute. I see what he's saying word-wise. I have no idea who that person is. So
You don't know who
I'll
Ali Wong is. Ali Wong is a stand-up comedian that has at least 3, if not 4, Netflix specials, and is also from
Okay.
San Francisco.
How you not know Ollie
Well,
Wong
that
is?
just proves that I don't have Netflix for all those people that keep saying I do.
Oh, that's true.
I don't have Netflix. Quit trying to sell me on it.
Why not? Why don't you have Netflix?
Because I have Paramount Plus, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus,
You have everything
Cool.
but. Gotcha.
Hulu and Fubo. You ever heard of Fubo? It's like a sports streaming thing. They're going to merge. So I don't know what is it going to be. Is the new merger going to be called Hubo? I mean,
Hobo.
what's
Yeah,
up
Hobo.
with that?
Hobo.
Hobo. There
It's
you
gonna
go.
be Hobo and stuff.
I don't know. I like Hulu. That's kind of got a
Why are
Hawaiian
you
sound
holding
to
out
it.
on us? Why aren't you sharing your passwords to Paramount Plus? Why are you holding out on us?
Why would I do? I'll give you a password. It won't work because it won't be real. But
We can trade.
my fault.
We can trade. I'll give you.
I had a girlfriend in L.A. that wanted to give me her Netflix thing. As a matter of fact, that was before Netflix said they're going to start cracking down on things and like sending out their television police and imprisoning people who passed on network passwords to, why is it you're in Los Angeles and all of a sudden we got a signal being charged that's in Hawaii? How can you be in two places at once here?
It's weird. I used to get like messages from Google saying somebody in the middle of nowhere got into your account. Like, are you here? And I'm like, no, I'm not there. I'm here.
Yeah, it's funny because usually when I get those messages, it's like, yeah, that's me in the middle of fucking nowhere trying to log into my shit.
And you get your credit card with a strange bill on there and you try to resolve it. I spent like half a day going through, I think it was Hulu, and to finally find a I think how I finally got a phone number is I ended up going back to my credit card, and then I clicked on the thing where I filed a dispute, and then alongside there it had Hulu and it had a phone number. And so I had to go through all that shit to get a phone number from them, and I said, why is it I paid you guys the $74, and then there's like an additional $12. No, wait, maybe that was Paramount. One of them I paid for the whole year, Paramount Plus, and then all of a sudden they're charging me $12.99 a month.
Oh yeah.
Which it's like, why did I pay you for the whole year then? I didn't want to pay you guys by the month.
Yeah.
And and I'm trying to argue with this person, and there goes my other phone. Fuck it, it's probably a telemarketer.
I signed up for Hulu last year.
God, I don't know. I spent like 2.5 days between. There was 2 charges on a Chase card, Hulu Plus, and I just got. They sent me letters. They finally resolved it, but I mean, it was like all the time I had to spend correcting these people's mistakes, was it really worth it? You know?
Oh.
But it was like $12.99 a month. Well, yeah, okay, that's going to be like $200 for the whole year. So yeah, I guess that's worth it.
What's
But
your What's
I
your
don't know, I
favorite
just don't
show?
like being taken. You know,
What's your favorite
when these
show on
guys,
Paramount
you
Plus?
fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you right back. You know, you punch me, and I'm going to go out there and blow your car up or something. You know,
Oh yeah.
I don't get even. I get even times a factor of 100.
What's your favorite show on Paramount Plus?
You know what? I'm watching the one with Billy Bob Thornton right now, Landmen, about the oil thing in Houston. It's Demi Moore is in it. John Hamm from what was that admin show?
Oh, yeah,
Mad
I
Men.
What about Yellowstone? You still watch
Oh,
Yellowstone?
okay.
Or?
Well, of course, you know, Yellowstone. I'm the model figure for Rip Wheeler, so
Boy.
I had to watch that show. They're actually going to make a spinoff with Rip and Beth. Are going to be probably, I don't know. I was thinking it's like the tribe that bought all the land back for like $1.35 an acre.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to need someone to run it, so, you know, who better to run it than Rip, you know?
Oh yeah. Is it different
And
without
then
Kevin
again, you know, you
Costner?
have to have Beth running around naked every once in a while, so, you know,
Yeah, man.
that'll keep the ratings up on that show.
It's Paramount Plus. I mean, why not? You know? Why
Yeah.
not?
So you haven't seen Landmen? That's like the newest show that they're saying is going to be the one everyone's going to watch.
Nah, we don't got Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
I've got Paramount Plus, but I'm not watching Landman because it's like Yellowstone or any of that other bullshit. I can only deal with so much nighttime soap opera bullshit.
Oh,
Too much
yeah.
reality stuff doesn't interest you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. The only thing you're going to be able to watch on TV for the next week is Jimmy Carter funeral. That just started today. They showed it. You know, they send the big 747 down there to pick up one small coffin. You know, they could have sent a small Embraer plane or something, you know, one of them little twin engine jobbies. You know, what does it take to, how big is this president? You know, I imagine, I can see where Trump would need a 747 to haul his fat ass, but Jimmy Carter, I don't know. And I saw you guys were talking about Air Force One.
Yeah.
I think it's the plane is only called Air Force One when the president is on it. That's the call sign for the plane. So whatever plane the president is on is always Air Force One. So if he gets off the 747 and he gets on board like a little MD-80, they call that Air Force One. If he gets on the helicopter, it's called Marine One.
Did you vote for Jimmy Carter?
That was probably the first. No, wait a minute.
Weren't you a Reagan supporter though?
Did I forget if you could vote when you were 18 or not back then? I can't remember if I voted for Carter or not. I didn't like him at first. I mean, I thought he was a weak president. They had that bullshit with the Iranian hostages.
Yeah.
But then Reagan and his cronies, you know, did some backdoor negotiations with the Iranians saying, hey, don't release these hostages yet, you know, because they didn't want Carter to appear heroic. And, you know, of course, it all came out afterwards. And then the Republicans just do what they always do. Just lie, you know. Doesn't matter if we did it or not. Just tell people we didn't. You know, yesterday was the anniversary of the insurrection, and I still have fucking friends that say there's no insurrection. I watched it on you know, YouTube. There was videos of it yesterday. Yeah, you know, police getting their heads beat in with, you know, they took the barricades that they were supposed to keep the crowds out with, and they beat the fucking cops with them, you know? No, it's not an insurrection. It's a happy event, you know, like Bush or Trump called them. You know, look at all the love going on there, you know? There's a cop being beat with his own, you know, gas mask. You know, that's a love thing. It's nothing but love, man.
A lot of love.
A lot of love.
Weren't you like a Reagan supporter though? You told me you voted for Reagan.
I probably did because I was a Republican back then, but
See?
and then it was like, once you started to take courses in economics and things, and they started to explain this supply side stuff. Supply side economics in a handbasket is this: you're out in the desert, your car, you got like a fan belt going out on it. There's like nothing around for 100 miles in each direction except that one gas station. So you pull in there, and the guy replaces your fan belt, and you go, "How much is that?" And the guy goes, "How much do you got?" And you go, "No, I mean, how much does it cost?" He goes, "How much do you got?" That's supply side economics, is how much are you willing to pay for it. And I'm the only one that has it. And that's exactly what our economy system has been based on since then. Before companies would make 500 of something, and there's only a need for 300. Then they have the other 200. They gave that stuff away for practically nothing, And
It's true.
Now it's like, people need 300, let's make sure we only make 280. So you have to pay whoever can afford to pay the most we can charge for it. That's the economy we're in.
I got a question for you. Wait, do you know what year Carter was born?
Well, he died last year and he made it to 100, so I guess that answers that.
What year is that though? You got to tell me.
But he was born in the same year my dad was, 1924.
Hell yeah. You do know math.
Well, it's just like you had that one question with the Barbie doll and the Corvette. I just went back to the first year of the Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have to be an authoritarian on Corvettes. I just knew that that's the first year they had that car out.
What about your Trans Am? Are you going to fix that thing up yet or what?
Oh, God, I'm looking at it. The roof is getting more... I've got surface rust on it. I might have to take this thing down to where I take it completely apart and have it acid dipped.
Yeah.
Either that or I'll have to sandblast that. It's fucking, it's like I got 4 cars here. I don't really need it.
You got 4 cars.
I'll find somebody who is an enthusiast and has money, and I'll say, hey, look,
how many
one owner car, top of the line model, only 129,000 miles on it. It's got a TCI racing transmission. I'm not giving it to you for 1,000. You got to give me at least 8,000 for it.
You got one of those grandpa caddy thingies.
I don't have a grandpa caddy. I have a hot rod caddy.
No, your caddy is your Cadillac is is one of the grandpa ones, isn't it?
No, it's not. Those are the 67 sedan DeVilles. That's what grandpa's had. That's the car that when you're going to a junior prom and you'd say, hey, Grandpa, can I borrow your Cadillac? Because, it's got a huge back seat.
I drove my grandpa's Porsche to my prom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course, you went to your prom by yourself, though, so you didn't need a lot of room.
No.
Yeah, he was by himself.
I was by myself.
Even on prom night.
Just him and Lefty and a tube of
It
lube.
has a small back seat, just like Chris.
The Porsche is only a 1-seater, so I mean I couldn't take
Here's
it.
a guy that
Or in this
can't even
case, a
afford
one-peter.
He can't even afford a power cord for his phone. He's been moping on his on Facebook for the last couple of days about he can't find his fucking power cord.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have. I've got 25 of these fucking things sitting here next to my computer.
One
Every
of my
time you
friends
buy
told me to
some
go to a gas
accessory,
station
they give you 5
and
of
pay
these
$5
things.
for one. I'm like, why would I go to a gas station? I don't even got a car. What kind of friend tells you to go to a gas station when they know you don't have a fucking car? What kind of friend is that?
Go to a
You know what I'm
gas station.
saying?
Go
What
to
kind
a
of friend is that,
CVS.
damn it? I got no car. You're going to say, you want to hear something crazy about gas? Did you know the gas is cheaper in San Francisco than my hood where I live in Walnut Creek?
Of
The
course
gas
it is.
is fucking
Because you
cheaper.
guys can afford to pay more out there. Supply side economics.
It's true. In
Even
fact, there's
though
like,
the refineries are like 2 towns over from
yeah,
you. They
Martinez,
still, what they
yeah.
do is they drive the trucks over to San Francisco, and then the guy gets the gas. Like they have a chemist guy like goes, yeah,
Hey.
this is the right blend, and then they drive it across the bay again, and they have to pay like toll both ways.
Hey.
You know, trucks pay tolls both way on a bridge, not just one way. They get hit twice.
How about
Goes
the
by
Zoom
how many
show?
axles you
Why
have.
did you never win on the Zoom show anymore?
Huh?
What happened to the Zoom show? You never win.
I don't know. Because I think Derek hates me for one thing. I don't know why. What did I ever say to him?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I should have won the last one. There was one a couple of weeks ago where this girl did nothing but fat jokes, and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like you can see her with her headphone on, and she's got her monitor right in front of her, and it's like I could see she went to Google, and I was thinking of, remember Vince? You and me and Vi are always thinking how Vince was bootlegging jokes off of other people's.
Hell
And
yeah.
this girl was doing, remember Jeff Foxworthy? You know,
Yeah.
if you go out and mow the front yard of your house and you find an automobile, you might be a redneck, you know?
You might be a fat redneck.
He was basically doing, you know, you might be a redneck jokes. Instead, she substituted, you're a fat girl, you know? And
You might be a fat
it was
redneck.
definitely copied.
You need to ask somebody what your pussy looks
Plagiarism,
like.
you know. I introduced a new character over the weekend for Vi, and he didn't give me the fanfare it deserved.
Oh, hell no. Well, we got to go.
I created the Great Innoxious, the Swami Innoxious, to do
yeah?
predictions.
All right, Enoch, give
Enoch.
us a shout out because we got to get out of here. It's the end of the show.
It's going to be a terrible 4 years.
Why don't you come in on the 20th? I think we're filming on the 20th.
Yeah, I will do that. I
in.
definitely want to do anything to take the
Bring some-
limelight away
bring some
from the fat
tacos. Nobody
orange
brings food.
blimp who should be. And you know what? He's getting sentenced at the end of this week.
Hell yeah.
Judge Marchand denied the guy's motion to set aside the verdict and said, no,
he's
you're
being
guilty.
sentenced
You're
to
going
4
to get.
years in the White House.
Hopefully, you know what he'll do?
He's
I'm hoping he'll give Trump every weekend you have to pick up
Hey,
trash
I got
for the
one
next 4 years.
One more question, Enoch. One more question. Do you think he's going to survive the 4 years?
Of course I will.
No, not you. I
The
mean him.
question is, will he?
No, will
We have
he?
to put
Will
up, we have
he?
to put up
Will
so
you
much
survive
pressure
the
on
4
Trump
years,
that
Enoch?
he chokes on the next quarter
We
pounder.
gotta go, Enoch. We gotta go. What
We
time
try
do
to
you
get
do?
we try to get your shout out, sir, but we gotta go.
We gotta go. We're running out of time,
Yeah.
dude. When are you moving to Canada?
Go by all means. Go peacefully.
When are you moving to Canada?
Never. I've created my own duchy. My property is independent of the United States.
Hell yeah. You're in the Marin County or whatever?
No, I mean I'm in San Mateo County, but my property it's no longer part of the United States. I've detached it.
You're Native American or something.
All right,
Yes,
we're
well,
cutting
no,
out.
I'm my
So,
own independent duchy. I have nothing to do with Trump.
all right, Enoch, we gotta go. Chris, do you have anything to say before you leave?
Yeah, we're gonna be back next Monday. You know, if you see me at a Wee Lounge, you gotta come and say hi. It's
You gonna go to Vice thing Saturday?
Oh no, I don't go to that shit. He doesn't book me for
The
that.
Saratoga thing.
Oh no, Saratoga.
Yeah, they're doing a big comedy thing down there.
Yeah,
I grew up
probably
near
the prune
Sarah-
yard.
I grew up in near Saratoga. I'm not going to that shit.
All right, guys, we out. Happy New Year. See you guys next time.
Happy